Alright, I mentioned rules before in the last video. This is the boring part, so if you don't want to listen to the rules, you don't have to. Again, they're not really rules, they're just me saying, I'm not going to read these things, so that you can quell what you're going to be suggesting, and as such. Number 1, no erotica and no bibliographies. Now look, I get that some people like these kind of books, and that's all the power to them, but I find them super boring. So for like the eroticas where everyone would be like, oh my heart, oh. I'd be like, okay, they kissed, and then they did this thing, and then they did that thing, and then they did that and that. It's not gonna be fun for me to read. Bibliographies, it's mostly the ones that are like, in this year they did this, and then people were happy, and then in this year they did that, and people were mad at them. Like, if it's a book that's like written out to be like an epic tale of somebody's life based on a real story, sure, that's fine. But it's mostly like the year by year, and then the eroticas, because I'm just gonna be like, alright, let's read this, I guess. Monotone, monotone, monotone. Number 2. No religion-based books, and this is mostly because of my own feelings and stuff. Like, if I read a book about Jesus' life or whatever, then I will feel bad if I don't read one book from every other major religion. And, like, then I'll just be reading, because then once I get through those, sure, it might be only, like, I don't even know how many religions are there, like 50? So there's at least 50 books I gotta read, and that's a guess, because I don't really know, but, like, it's a lot of books, and I'm not gonna care about really any of them. Now, this doesn't pertain to older cultures like Greek or Norse that are not around anymore. These are, like, major books. If your book that you want me to read has Greek gods, sure, that doesn't exist anymore, so I don't feel like I need to represent every other religion. But if it's something that represents one religion, I then have to read about every other religion. Now, this is not books that have religious symbolism that I don't recognize. That's different. But if it's like, this is a Christian event, and it's a book about this Christian event, yeah, that's not gonna, I'm not gonna do it, because I will then feel bad and need to represent everyone. And I'll just be reading only religious books. It's not good. Now, as some of you may or may not know, I do like fanfiction, and I'm all for reading fanfiction because there are some amazing fanfictions out there. You can totally recommend fanfiction to me if these 2 rules are followed. 1, I need the permission from the author, and it can't be you being like, yeah, they're totally cool if anyone reads it. No, I would like, or I will not read unless that author sends me a message being like, hey, it's okay if you read it on there. Because I am publishing this up onto YouTube, and I don't want to, like, not embarrass, but I don't want to, like, you know, insult someone or whatever by reading this online. So, only if I get the official author's permission am I going to read something. 2, I am not going to be reading anything that's shippy that is not canon. I like shipping. I ship characters all the time for some series that I read and watch and blah 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 blah. But if I ship one thing and read one shippy fic, I'm going to have to read another shippy fic, and another shippy fic, and another, and then that's all I'm reading as well. It's kind of like the religion thing. It's not going to work out because I can't follow everything, but I'm going to want to, like, evenly represent everything. So, only canon ships, please. I like shipping, but it can cause shipping wars, and I don't want to deal with that either. That's pretty much it. I'm really up for reading whatever, except for those few rules that, again, aren't really rules, just me being able to say, hey, this is what's going to happen, and if you don't follow these, I'm not going to read it. So, it's not really rules, but it's unofficially rules. Yeah, I think that's all. Okay. So, like I said, you could have skipped this. If you did, no big deal to you. You're not suggesting something. This will be in the description, like, of every video, so you'll always be able to find it. Anyways, bye-bye, guys.